Yo, people, it's your boy Major. And as always, I'm with my brother Ace. And welcome to another episode of Two Up Front. Ace, what are you telling me, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing very well today, man. Another success. I was about to say another successful weekend for Arsenal, but other weekends have definitely been much better. But can't complain too much. But now, how you doing, my guy?
Hey, man, you know how it goes, bro. Blessed and highly favored always, man. But yeah, bro, there's a lot of football to talk about. But before we get into all of that, please make sure you press the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're thankful as always for everyone who's been supporting the content. But yeah, bro, we've got some football to talk about today, man. Obviously, a lot of key matches this weekend. And obviously, one of the big questions that everyone was asking was, can Manchester United make it 4 wins in a row? And unfortunately, we weren't able to do so. Obviously, we drew 2-2 with Forest. But yeah, man, I think there's a lot to talk about in that game. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly share my thoughts on it. And then yeah, man, we can have some discussion. But
sounds good.
I feel like, yeah, I think I was like, before the game, I thought it was a hard game. And I think we spoke about it on stream because of Daesh coming in. I was just like, oh man. I think I mentioned that even though Ange had beaten us 4 times last year, with how Forest were playing, yeah, man, you wanted to face that Forest team with Ange in charge. As soon as Daesh had come in, I'm like, yeah, this could be a little bit long. But I was still hopeful that we would be able to get the job done. But I knew it was going to be a difficult game. And yeah, I think it was that. I think in the first half, we were decent. Like, I think in the first half, we were decent. I'm going to talk about like some individual performances a little bit later. But yeah, I feel like we were decent. Obviously, we get the first goal, which was controversial because it didn't look like the ball was fully out. And we'll talk about that a little bit more afterwards as well. But yeah, 1-0 up, set piece, man. Hey, we're trying to be like you guys. Like,
Hey,
you get
man,
me?
listen,
everyone
is trying to be like us, man. It's not just you, bro. Everyone.
we're trying to take a note out of your book. But yeah, like Casemiro, he's so deadly. Like from those type of situations, like in the air, bro. Like he's such a big threat. So yeah, we're 1-0 up. We go into halftime, and it's like, all right, cool. And then, man, bruv, like, just what a horrible opening 5 minutes to the second half. Like, you know, when you're just caught sleeping, like,
bro,
it was really, really bad. Like,
yeah, you
really,
know what's funny
really
is
bad.
like we like the Premier League. I know Sean Dyche, he took it back old school. You know, that hair dryer screaming. I don't know, he must have gone to them at half time. But yeah, they came out flying, and you guys just like you say, you just got caught cold. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you just got caught so cold in that second half, man. But yeah, as you're saying,
no, 100%, man. Like, I think obviously, I think the Gibbs White header, I think it was a brilliant header, to be fair on him. Like, yeah, like he generated a lot of power. Yeah. And yeah, like I think Ahmad could have done more as regards to contesting for it. But it was a really great header. And I think, yeah, Gibbs White, like he just, you know, them ones where it's just like you're desperate to get on the end of it. And then obviously he did the even harder bit as regards to directing it. And yeah, there's nothing that the keeper could have done about that. So yeah, 1-1. The second one, however, that goal jarred me so much, man. Like, it jarred me so much. It was one of them scruffy ones where the ball drops and you're just not reacting quick enough. Like, and Dallo is a culprit here again, man, because it's like he's just, bro, at this level, you can't afford to be sleeping for even half a second. Like, do you get me? Like, you've got to be ready, on your toes, anticipating. And we didn't do that. They make it 2-1. And I'm thinking, United, man, damn, like, it's all long. And last week, we faced Brighton. And obviously, throughout the summer, or maybe not throughout the summer, but towards the latter stages of the summer, rather, we were linked with Baleba. And this season, his performances haven't been good. And against us, his performance wasn't good. As a recent, the new midfielder that we've been linked to heavily is Elliot Anderson. And Baleba, when he faced us, it was like United fans would say, "Oh, bruv, are you tanking your price, or is this what United fans should be expected if you were to come to us? Because this isn't good." Whereas with Elliot Anderson, that wasn't the case. Like, he was balling out. So yeah, he had a really, really good performance. He done his thing. He was helping them like just orchestrate things in midfield. And yeah, man, like tough game. Then Ahmad with an absolutely just a brilliant.
Yeah, no, that was actual rocket. Yeah, no, he caught that so clean.
Right. Yeah, man, on the volley. And yeah, like, he had a poor start to the season, but like, he stepped it up a lot. And yeah, I've spoken about him and Mbeumo and their combinations on that right hand side. And yeah, man, like, we get the equalizer and we're thinking, all right, cool, can we go on and win it? And then I thought we did when the ball fell to Ahmad again in like what was it, like 93rd minute, and then they clear it off the line. And yeah, man, it's just one of them ones. But overall, I think a draw was probably the fair result. Like, I think United in that second half, we were sloppy. And yeah, man, like, you can't afford to be sloppy, like, in the Premier League just in general. But especially, like, you know, in a scenario where you're facing a motivated Forest team with a new manager. Yeah, man, like, we had to be more on point in that. As regards to some individual performances, I felt like Šeško, he had one of his more poorer games. I think in the first half, I remember one specific circumstance where Mbeumo plays a lovely ball through to him, and if his touch is correct, it's a one-on-one, and it wasn't. He allows the ball to get away from him, and then that's the chance gone. So yeah, like, there was moments where, you know, like he was sloppy, and he weren't able to operate like how probably he wanted to. And yeah, like, there was moments where he should have definitely done better. I liked when he was able to turn, and like, he had a sharp shot in the first half, but even there, I actually feel like he probably could have done better in that circumstance and tried to maybe get a shot on target. We're still not really like we're still lacking crosses when it comes to like putting balls into the box for him to contest. But as regards to like some of the things that I've praised him for, as regards to like his link up and touches and stuff like that, I think this game was probably more of a poorer game in that regard.
And on that point, because obviously I know I know how you feel, so maybe this is a good segue into it. That on that, like, lacking crosses, like, it definitely doesn't help too when you're playing two inverted wing backs, because that's a discussion I've seen had recently, and it's a question that I've also been pondering. That you get the inverted winger, like, I get that you want to cut in the sand, you want to go for that far post, you want to understand it's a better shooting opportunity. But having two inverted wing backs seems a bit mad to me, because if you have the inside forwards and then you have the wing backs, so surely you at least want one of them to be on their stronger foot to just put the ball into the box and not need to cut in. So what did you think about Dalo's performance, I guess? Because you kind of alluded to it defensively, but going forward, like, yeah.
I was even about to say it. I was about to say, yeah, bro, that like you're even providing more analysis that's needed. Like, and it's not even that I'm dismissing what you're saying as regards to the inverted wing backs, but inverted or not inverted, it's just quite simply Dalo. He shouldn't be starting. Like, do you get me? And that's nothing personal against him, but he's just not of the level, man. Like, there's too big of a sample size where you can see like he just doesn't cut it. Like, he just doesn't. He turns off, he switches off. His quality going forward as well, like, isn't good enough. Like, he's not able to deliver on a consistent basis. And I remember a few seasons back, he had that season where he actually had a good season.
I remember.
Yeah, like, I can't remember the specific season, but I remember it was a few seasons back. But yeah, man, like, he's just so far off it, and he's been off it for a very long time right now. So yeah, man, like, he needs to not be starting just for Manchester United. You know, the same way where it was like we had a keeper situation, and it's like, bruv, if you don't address that, we're gonna drop points. And then you address it, and Lamens is starting, and all of a sudden we look more secure, and he's able to claim crosses, and those kind of carries and mistakes that Bayende and Onana was making, like we weren't seeing them anymore. I think it's similar with like Dalot. It's just one of them ones where it's just like, bruv, forget even the coaching and this and that and whatever. You just need to not start him. Like, just don't start him.
But it's tough, man. Like, it's tough. Like when you have your family and something, you just want to put them on the pitch. I know you've seen all of that stuff about Amrin apparently being related to Dalot, but yeah, I haven't looked into it. But yeah, that's too funny. But yeah, he was very poor. So no.
Yeah, man, he needs to. He just needs to not start. And even going on to what you're saying, obviously Dorgu, and I'm not saying Dorgu's perfect at all. Dorgu's crossing can be really inconsistent as well. But me personally, I'd rather start Dorgu than Dalot. And to your point as well, if you start Dorgu, then you do have one inverted wing back and one wing back that's not inverted as well. So it's like, yeah, but we need some synergy on that left-hand side, man, because you can see it within Mbeumo and Ahmad, and Cunha needs that as well. And like I said, bruv, like, you saw how well he operated at Wolves with Aït-Nouri. Cunha knows how to use a wing back, but we need like a clear first choice option where we know that we're gonna be able to like grow and that relationship can develop from there. But yeah, man, Dalot just shouldn't be starting. So yeah, that needs to just not happen. But yeah, man, like overall, what I will say is that I'm happy that we were able to get something out of a game. Like, I think old United loses that. And it's funny what momentum can do as well, because it's like I look back at the Brentford game and we get the penalty, Bruno misses it, they make it 3-1. And yeah, man, like I think the United of last season, the United early in this season, they lose that, especially like when Forest scored 2 goals in such quick succession, like their heads completely drop, like it's all over the place. But yeah, man, like we were able to respond. Bruno hit the post, and yeah, like we were trying to get that equalizer, and we did get it through Ahmad. And yeah, if it wasn't for a clearance off the line, then we actually could have nicked it. But like I said, I think a draw was a fair result. Like, so yeah. But if you can't win the game, don't lose it.
Don't lose it.
So
no,
it's good that they did that. Yeah. So yeah, bro, those are my thoughts on the game. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, no, man. I think firstly you just have to feel for United Strand, man, because I know he was a couple games away from that 5 in a row, but now it's reset back to 0. So
you know,
damn shame for him, man.
You know what makes it hard for him as well is because I think initially, his thing was all competitions. So it's like, but we're not in Europe. Like, we're not in the League Cup. The FA Cup don't start till January. So basically, for now, it's just Prem games. Like, do you get me? So it's like to win 5 Prem games in a row,
Prem,
just even in
this
general.
Season as well.
This season. And
season,
with the fixtures that we've even had as well. Like, do you get me? Because, you know, we already faced Liverpool at Anfield. We faced you guys. We faced City. We faced Chelsea. Like, we've got Spurs next. Like, do you get me? So it's like, yeah, to get the 5. But if you've got a League Cup game and then you've got a Prem game, then you've got a European game, then it's like, yeah, it's easier. So I think the 5 Prem games,
it's a lot doable.
Yeah, the 5 Prem games thing makes it hard because it's just like, because he said that his actual thing is all competitions, but because we were knocked out of the League Cup and we're not in Europe, it's like we're just playing Prem games. So yeah, man, it starts again.
Boy.
Starts again.
Hey, man. Yeah. So what you're telling me is that maybe in January he can get his haircut, but
hey, it was still just that's just one FA Cup game, man. It still be difficult, man. It still would be difficult.
But jokes aside, like I feel like I agree with your analysis. I feel like overall, to give United some credit, I do think that early in the season last year you definitely go on to lose a game once momentum switched and Forest started to get on top of you. Like, you guys showed resilience, you came back into it, and you probably at the end could have won it on another day. So, like, I think there's definitely improvement in that regard. And I think in the bigger picture, this result is going to be looked at more following the Spurs game, which maybe we'll touch on by the end. But I think that will kind of dictate how we kind of look back on these five games, depending on what happens in that match. But yeah, I think maybe my main kind of where I will give Amram some criticism in this game too. I feel like he needs to also be careful, because where I've given him credit recently in terms of being adaptable and like kind of like seeing where his team has had its flaws against like Liverpool and against Brighton, and I'm playing like going long ball against Forest, like in Dyche's Forest, when they're not going to come and be pressing you super aggressively. I was seeing how apparently you guys played even more long balls than you played against Liverpool or you played against Brighton. So it's just like it shouldn't also be a thing where it's like you also cannot play any other way, and it is just Lemens send it long, because I think that's also where you go from. Again, you're also still not being adaptable game by game when you're just treating every game the exact same way. So I think he needs to be careful with that. If this is like the signs of this is just what he's doing now. It's early days, but it's just those things where I'm like, the Spurs game again, it will be interesting to see how he approaches it, because they're probably maybe more aligned with kind of how like Forest have been playing recently compared to maybe a Brighton. So it'll be interesting to see how you guys approach that. That's the one maybe little criticism that I saw in the game. I'm just like interesting to see like whether this is just what it is now, or like maybe he just also felt like we were winning, so I'm too scared to change anything, so he just kind of just keeping the exact same tactics. I feel like that's going to be interesting to see in the next kind of coming game. So that was just one thing I was thinking off the back of this game. I think, yeah, like you say, man, I think that 5-minute period after the second half was what kind of dropped you guys the points, because it seemed like, yeah, you were on top first half, probably the better team marginally, and then the second half, yeah, you guys just came out sleeping, and Forest just came out on fire. And so got their 2 goals, and yeah, you guys bounced back, kept it going, brought it back to 2-2. Beautiful goal by Ahmad, and yeah, he almost won it at the end as well. And like you say, man, he's probably been one of your best performers in the last few games, because he did start the season quite slow, but he looks like him and Mbeumo especially are starting to have a really good relationship on that wing. Like you kind of alluded to also, Sesko, which I think is what we expected in it. I think this is also why I know it was. I don't think you were doing it specifically, but I think it was like online fans without doing the smirky, like you guys have Gyökeres. we would never have one Gyökeres. We have Sesko. I'm just like it's also too early for like this like definitive. Again, I think from your perspective, I get your logic of like where you are as a club and his age and the long term. But I think it's the people that were actively making it seem like Sesko's already just much better than Gyökeres. I was like, you're going too early. He's going to have games like this too where he isn't the greatest and he's a young striker. So that's also what you've bought. So you kind of expect it. I think Cunha didn't have the greatest game either. And yeah, I don't know what your kind of take on this is, because I think I've kind of heard, and maybe a question for you is like whether how close you think Amram is to finding his kind of best team. And why I'll question that is that I think the thing with even when you guys are winning is like, are you guys ready to just accept then if Amram needs to stay that Kobe is just not going to get into this team then? Because it just looks like he just does not.
Kobe's not in his best team. I think again, there's the Dallo situation. We've got to see what's happening with that. But obviously, this was even the first time that he's named the same lineup in the Premier League. I don't know if it was ever. It was either ever or a really long time. I think it might have been ever, but yeah, one of the two. So yeah, like he normally changes things. But yeah, like I feel like that midfield too is Bruno and Casemiro. Like that's his strongest team. Like that's who he's gonna go with. Like Kobe's not in Amram's like preferred lineup. Like I think that's been clear for a while now. I think Ahmad has the right wing back spot solidified. I think Mbeumo has got the right 10 solidified. I think Cunha has got the left 10 solidified, but I think depending on the game, I'm interested to see what he's going to do against Spurs, because I think he is sometimes going to maybe play Cunha in up front and play Mount if Mount's fit in the left 10. So I think that's probably a thing that could rotate like Šeško, like because he really likes Mount. And sometimes I think maybe depending on the game as regards to having more numbers in midfield, he'll play Mount and Cunha up top. But yeah, so I think you've got that. And then I think it's just the other wing back situation. I feel, again, we've got to see, because there was the whole thing where he was benching Euro but Euro started the last couple games. But yeah, like I feel like Euro and De Ligt, like I feel like they will be in his strongest lineup. The one which we gotta wait to see is what happens when Lisandro gets back. That's probably the one where, like, yeah, I want to see what's happening there, because obviously Shaw's been starting in that left centre back position. Yeah, and then
do you think there's any do you think Shaw has any future or chance to play as a left wing back again, or do you feel like he's a bit like Reece James, where he's just they're trying to keep him from that physical aspect? So you don't think there's any chance of him going to that wing back position when Lisandro comes back?
No, cool. way too much up and down. Like, it's too demanding for him. Yeah.
No, fair enough. So I think kind of like to kind of finance what I was saying. That I feel like in the grand scheme of things, a point away at Forest with a new manager is not a bad result at all. Like, so it's just more about what now happens in this next game. We'll then kind of look back on, like, whether you guys gonna continue this kind of general good streak that you've been in, or do you then used to what has been a very poor Spurs side, and then now it's like it's not as rosy as it was maybe a couple of weeks ago. So we'll see. But no.
Yeah, no, that's the United game, man. But yeah, like you mentioned, I think the Spurs game is big, just before the international break as well. So yeah, like we'll see what happens there. But overall, there's been progress in it. So like.
Yeah, and like you say too, man, it's also just like the kind of final thing is like, it's about what is the football and what is Amram really trying to do. Like, like when you have like the bigger, when you zoom out and you say results aside, you also want to see like what is like, how do you guys play, and is it also just back to, is it moments where you are looking for Cunha, looking for a member to just make something happen, or is there like a style of play that starts to become very clear to see?
I don't know if you saw the press conference, but like before the game, he had like a very elaborate answer as regards to build up. It would be great if I can get the quotes up. But essentially, what he was saying was that when it comes to building up, he doesn't have one way of building up. Like, I think he said it depends on the game, and his whole thing is that he wants to be able to like change. So sometimes it's going to be a thing where it's like, cool, you're trying to bypass the press and you're going to be very direct. And sometimes it's going to be a thing where it's like you're building up slow from the back. I've got the quote here actually. So he said, I don't believe that we have a style where we have to always build up from the back. We want to build up to push the opponent and have space to score goals. If the space is there, if the numbers, it's a numbers game. If there's 3 against 3 in front and I have Ben, Cunha and Brian, then I'll put the ball in 2 passes. I want to score goals in 2 passes. But sometimes you have to build up. What I try to teach my players is, which kind of game do I need to play in this situation? That is my job. I don't want to teach my players to build up with a lot of touches, and then if you need a lot of touches, you will understand that you need a lot of touches. If you need one, put the ball long because the fans want to see a different game. And then we are in England. I tried to show you a little bit of English football in the past. I don't have a clear way of build up. I look at the space, the number of players, the characteristics of my players, and try to use that to win games. So yeah, he mentioned that when you were speaking, I was going to say that, but yeah, like he had a long answer where essentially he said that, like you're not going to get like a thing where it's like I'm always trying to play out from the back. You're not going to get a thing where it's like I'm always trying to play long. Like his whole thing is that he just wants to be able to change. We'll see what that looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, bro, from one TwoUpFront team to the other, hey man, set piece again, ole. Hey, Arsenal.
Hey man, listen, it's our cash money, man. Cash money. Man. I told you, bro. Get a set piece, open them up, and then get another goal. It works like clockwork, man. And Gabriel, this guy actually might be our top assistant this season because he's just always there. He's just always there, causing havoc. Bro, he's a havoc in that box, man. So I think Arsenal. This was just, just first half. I feel like the football was really good. Like I feel like we were flowing. Burnley are a team that I kind of going into it thought like they were gonna be like really stubborn and offensively like really hard to break through. But I feel like we probably saw like probably one of like Arsenal's like kind of better performances from an attacking open play perspective. I think Gyökeres had a very good game in the first half. Like he seemed to be, I guess, at the heart of a lot of good things, good touches, got his goal as well, which is good in the league. Maybe the only thing with him is, again, I just want to see this against the other teams as well, because I think it's like his goals so far have tended to be against like these smaller promoted teams. I think it's just want to see him get these goals against the top teams in the league, and I feel like then he won't be labeled with like maybe being like a kind of like a bully of these like smaller teams. So man. But overall, as an Arsenal fan, I feel like the first half was just like what I want to see. Got our goals, we're comfortable. Then I'll probably say the second half was maybe the exact opposite. Gyökeres comes off, and it just kind of feels like the football just kind of go. We get Marina back up top, and maybe it was just like a blast from the past, man. Just kind of took us back to last season when Marina's our striker and saying everything's a bit stodgy, not really creating very good chances. Burnley start to grow into the game. At the end, we're probably lucky to have continued our kind of like clean sheet record because cracked the kind of post with their free kick, but. All in all, I feel like from an Arsenal perspective, it was just kind of just like a comfortable 2-0 win, got our job done, moved on, and that's just kind of what, and that's just what it is now. Like it's just like I feel like go ahead.
This was like the most predictable 2-0 win ever. Like I think we both predicted 2-0 in the predictions. Like it was such a predictable 2-0 win, bro. It was just like 2-0 set piece, you get another goal.
That's it. Anyone could have quit it.
Yeah, man. Honestly, but man,
I don't know if you have anything to really add on this one, but
bro, I think the important thing is obviously just get the job done, man. Like get the job done. I think it's good that Gyökeres scored. Like you mentioned, he will be judged later on like what he does against like harder opposition and like in more like definitive moments. But regardless, it's always good for a striker to get on the score sheet. And like you mentioned, man, Gabriel, absolute havoc. So I know he would have been delighted.
The last thing for me to add to, man, also, man, our squad depth as well. Like, because it's actually nice to even be in a place where Gyökeres feels something, just take him off for half time. I think Saliba, a couple of games ago, felt something, took him off for half time. So it just feels like Arteta definitely, for all the criticism that he normally gets of like not being able to use his squad, this year he's really, really using the squad depth the right way, which again, man, is again, you can criticize him when he doesn't do things well. I think you have to give him credit when he does things well. And I feel like he's definitely using his squad to its full capacity right now. So he's doing it very well. So man, long may it continue from an Arsenal perspective, but good, solid performance, and we move on.
Good, definitely good squad management. I think Saka had a good couple chances, some openings where he probably could have done better. I don't know if you make much of the whole. I saw like a stat going around as regards to Saka not scoring from open play in X amount of games. I can't remember exactly what it is. Me personally, I don't think is anything that I would be that worried about. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, no, it's actually interesting because I've seen that. I think it was even like assist goals. His GA in general hasn't been the greatest when you actually look at the numbers over the last kind of X amount of games. I don't remember the stat either. But I think from my perspective, I don't care, man. Because I've heard the one thing with Saka, maybe because I know he gets compared to like a Salah a lot sometimes, where people kind of say that maybe I know people who criticize Saka maybe aren't fans of him, will say like maybe he's a bit similar to Salah in terms of like maybe he's not as aesthetically pleasing as maybe like a Palmer or these other players that Foden that he typically gets compared against. But I feel like from an Arsenal perspective, I appreciate the effectiveness that he normally shows. And I feel efficient. Like, he's efficient. Like he's like, I think I was even seeing a quote from one of his like youth coaches, and I was just saying that even from a young boy, like this guy was just always making the right decisions. And I feel like that is just something in football that you just can't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so you have to respect that, because the number of players that can do all the kind of actions and 1 out of 10 times they make the right one, he's consistently making the right one. So typically his stats normally are good, which I think is why he gets that kind of Salah comparison sometimes from the people that don't really respect what he does. But from my perspective, I know he's normally effective. He hasn't been recently. Probably a big part of that too has been like the injuries and stop and starts and maybe not having a good.
That's what I was going to say.
And also too, man, if you've watched him too the last few games, I think this game probably should have definitely scored one of those chances, but before this match, like the Atletico match, or what was I can't remember the match was before that. Like he's been also playing very well as well, even without getting the goals. Like so, it's just like I have no concerns with Saka, man. I'm sure he'll. And also too, it's a great place to be in when Saka's not really getting his GA and he's not really maybe what people say hasn't hit the heights he normally hits, and we're still winning games or still doing what we need to do. So he'll wake up when eventually, man. So I'm all good with it.
Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be that worried. I think, injuries have contributed to that. I think things have been stop and start. So yeah, like that's a little bit of an effect. And yeah, like I think he's really efficient in like a lot of these actions. And it's not necessarily like, just goals and assists, but it's just like making the right plays like at the right time. And sometimes as well, those are the things that help like wear down defenses. Like, do you get me? When it's like someone's constantly able to put pressure. So yeah, like I feel like Saka, I think he's got so much credit in the bank. Yeah. And I think he's also someone where like you expect those things to pick up. So I don't really think is much to be concerned about, to be honest. And I think just generally speaking as well, it will be interesting because I even saw that a stat regarding, I think, the 04-05 Chelsea team that did the 15 goals conceded. I think it wasn't up until their 11th game, I think, where they conceded their third goal. I believe it was 11th. Which obviously that's the next one for Arsenal. So yeah, I say all of that to say, like, obviously your defense has been magnificent, and I think overall, like, your attack probably does need to click a little bit better. But also, I think there is context to that. I think teams are setting up like to frustrate Arsenal, and I think you've kind of just found this formula where it's just like, okay, you know what? Well, if you're gonna do that, then we found a way to combat that as well. Like, do you get me? And then if they open up, then I'm sure Arsenal will say, all right, cool, we've got the tools to do this as well. So yeah, man, like overall, I don't think there's much to worry about in that regard, to be fair. Standard 2-0 win for you guys. But yeah, man, bro, obviously keeping it in London, there was a London derby this weekend. And yeah, man, Chelsea Spurs, I think you predicted a draw. I predicted the Spurs win. I don't know why I did that.
Man, you didn't look at the history, man.
I don't know why I did. You know what it is? I did look at the history of the Tottenham. I just thought, you know what? Like, maybe you could do something, you could turn things around, etc. But yeah, man, what I will say is that from a Tottenham perspective, what a poor performance, man. What a poor performance! Like, major. Oh my,
major. Like, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, I think like you. I think there was a bit of me that was like, they're gonna show up, and like as much. That's why I thought it was gonna be a draw, because I thought they'll show up, and Chelsea are not a perfect team either. Like, sorry, Wendy, man. You're going to have some cheese, man. Because she asked me after the game, how was it, and I said it was ass. Normally, I'm not even that kind of like straightforward when it comes to Spurs, but I had to tell her that. Yeah, it was a terrible performance on Spurs, man.
It was bad. Like, for a home team against like one of your like big rivals, like it was so like, bruv, there was like, I know we've spoken about it before, but it literally just looks like, you know what? If Kudus can't cook something up, that attack is just blunt, bro. Like, it's blunt.
I saw someone say that they're similar to Arsenal from last year, and I actually hear it, you know, from the perspective of like, if you replace Kudus with Saka, and you say if it's not a set piece, you're not scoring, and that's actually kind of like what it's looking like right now. Through open play, like there's nothing happening, and if Kudus does not dribble past 3 players and make something happen, then just nothing's gonna happen. Like I think Frank definitely has to take a lot of responsibility. It's not my thing. I've always kind of lent on the side that I feel like overall the quality is not the greatest. But I feel like he's also not making the most of the tools that he has. And I feel like that's the first thing you have to do as a manager as well, is that you have to at least squeeze everything you can out of the squad. And then we can then look at the higher ups and say, are you giving him what he needs? And yeah, man, the midfield, the tactical choices he's making, just, yeah, man, this guy played 5 midfielders in the game. I was like, okay, surely this is going to, like, he did this for a reason, right? But yeah, nah, man, it was just a horrible performance. They couldn't string passes together. Chelsea were pressing them. They were kicking the ball long. The ball was coming straight back. Oh, it wasn't even a good game to watch as well. You know, we normally say their matches.
It's normally like a great game. Yeah, like, but that wasn't Chelsea's fault though. Yeah, that was Spurs' fault. Like, it was just like, bruv, what is going on? Like, literally, and again, because normally it's such a great game. Like, so I was looking at it thinking, all right, cool. You know what? Yeah, they're gonna be super up for it, etc. But yeah, man, I was watching. I was just like, bro, what is this? I was just like, what is this? Like, do you get me? And it's like, and I fully understand that. Wendy says here that Frank takes a lot of responsibility, and we're 100% missing players, well, which they definitely are. But so are Chelsea. Like, do you get me?
And also too, Chelsea, and why I don't even hear that. Why I don't hear that all with Spurs either is that, like, Maddison was out for the season before the season started, and Kulu was out till November at the earliest. So it's like when you're missing players, that's why I didn't go back to the club and say you knew these players were going to be missing. You guys still entered the season and said we're going to do this. So I think that's where, like, I heard the missing players, but it's one thing where you start the season ready to go and then you get unfortunate injuries. But when you start the season and you already know you have no creativity, and Xavi Simons is the only player that you bring in that can kind of offer that, or Kudus on the right. And I feel like, man, the club have to take 100% ownership for that. I think they also started the season not prepared the way they needed to be prepared.
You know what it is? I think they 100% did, man. But I'm not even gonna lie, man. I still think it just, the reason why I don't even want to overly highlight that, because it's definitely true. Like, you're 100% right, I agree. But still, man, Thomas Frank needs to, bruv.
No, he does. He does.
Like, what was that? Like, honestly, I was just looking, I was just, bro, what is this? Like, what actually is this?
Bro,
and it's like,
this midfield is man, the smelliest pivot I've seen, man. Like, there's no forward passes.
And what I was even gonna say is that, you looked at Chelsea and it was just like, bruv, their best player, Palmer, he's been out. Like, he's not playing. Their starting centre back, Levi, he's out. Yeah, Colwell, he's not playing. Like, Chelsea have had players missing and etc. and whatever the case may be. And obviously, when they've not played well, like, we've criticized them. But yeah, man, like, bruv, even 1-0 it flattered Spurs. I'm not gonna
no, it did, man. Like, Chelsea should have won at least 3 or 4. Chelsea were also poor from an attacking perspective when you think about it, because the chances that they had,
like, execution,
the execution of those chances should have been a very, very comfortable win for Chelsea. And bro, like, after the match, I've been seeing the stats. The stats are not pretty for Spurs, man. Like, it's actually not a rivalry. Like, it's actually not a rivalry. Spurs at least get up when they play against Arsenal. Like, I've seen the stat. What, Chelsea have beat them like 6, or was it like 6 times they beat them at their new stadium?
They call it 3-point lane.
Nah, man. I've seen the stat like since. Oh no, I don't.
Did you see all the Chelsea? Did you see all the Chelsea players? Like, all of them trolling. Like, I think Gusto on his Instagram post, he put location was home sweet home. Like, all of them, all of them were trolling. Like,
man, that's so disrespectful, man. Yeah,
nasty.
Chelsea squad definitely is better than
I think it's
Spurs is, like,
you know what it is? It's intent. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think that's the thing. There's you don't ever want to lose the game, but there's ways of losing a game. Yeah, like, you get me?
Bro, look at what Sunderland did to Chelsea last week. Like, definitely a far inferior squad to what Spurs have. Like, and they
and it's competed. Like, you're at home. Like, do you get me? And it's like, bro, you offer nothing. Like, it was so poor. Chelsea, on the other hand, I've got to give some of their players credit. I think Caicedo had a bad game last week, but this week he was absolutely sensational, bro. He was brilliant. Like,
the Rice Caicedo battle, the CDMs in a few weeks. That's gonna be such a good battle, man.
I mean, even CDM wise, this is even if that's what we're calling Rice nowadays, bro.
Oh
Because
yeah,
there's
no,
the whole
these guys are
position
all action.
conversation.
Even both of them, to be
Yeah,
fair, they're all action midfielders,
yeah.
man.
And
They do both.
we never even
Yeah.
spoke about that, but that was a
Right,
really
yeah.
good header by Rice, by
It
the way.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
it
really
was.
good header.
was.
But
It was.
yeah, man, like Caicedo was brilliant. Like, yeah, like just bro, he's just relentless, like pressing, etc. Like, yeah, just yeah, he's just a brilliant player. Jao Pedro, like he finally obviously was able to get a goal after a while, and I think a lot of people have been speaking about the fact that he just doesn't shoot enough, just in general. And I think Chelsea, they're gonna need him to take on more shots, like, because yeah, man, they need,
especially when the lap wants to be a beanhead. This guy came back from injury and got a red card straight away to be suspended from this game. Like
it was just even. Did you see the red card?
It was so dumb, man.
It was so, bro. It's just man, they're just overly excited, bro. They're just like, why are you trying to wrestle people? Like
apparently, Team Resco was screaming, "Calm down!" even before it happened. Like he got away with a few of them, and then man. That's why he had the most yellow cards last season on his striker.
Yeah,
that's not a good sign when a striker's
crazy,
picking up so many yellow cards. So yeah, man,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Chelsea definitely deserve credit for being able to just go there and just every time Spurs try to get out, they just press them back, made Spurs lose the ball, and then create good chances. And they should have won a lot more comfortably. So
and also, Chelsea, bro, man. Sorry, I just want to say as well, like it's. And I'm not a Chelsea supporter, obviously, but it's just really, really nice to see Reece James playing consistent football. Like, it's nice. Like, I've got to give credit to like Chelsea and how they've managed his situation, his minutes, and how he's also credit to him, how he's been able to get fit again. But yeah, man, it's just really nice to see him just being able to consistently play. Like, and it looks hopefully like he's gotten over those like horrible injury problems. But yeah, man, it's really, really, really good to see because he's absolutely quality.
Man, bro, you know what it is? Yeah, he's a testament to, because even like with like my youth team and stuff. Yeah, one of the things that me and like other coaches always talk about, that I think it's so important to develop being able to play as a centre mid, because I feel like it means that you can then you have so much longevity in different positions. And Reece James to be able to go from being a right back to just slotting into a CDM position, and he can do it so well because of his technical level that he doesn't even look out of place playing there. That's why, because physically it looked like the wing back, the kind of right back position was going to be long for him because of the running up and down. So they've now said, cool, you're already good enough to play as like a centre back, as a centre mid, so we're going to play you there so you can still be on the pitch. And he's still shining in that position as well, man. I think it just goes to show that if you're like if you have a technically high ceiling in football, like even if physically you can't do it in certain positions, like if you can reduce that physical load, then you can still make a very good career out of it. Because like you were saying, man, it was disappointing to see the talent that he has. Just it looked like it was going to be wasted because of his body, basically. And we've seen so many players like that in the past where you said that this player like a Diaby, these players that they were so good, but their bodies just let them down, so they never fulfilled their full potential. So no, man, I echo your words as well, man. I think it's definitely good to see like him be able to like still carve out a good career in a different position because of like his ability. So I agree.
100%, man. And yeah, man, the other fixture obviously that I think we need to speak about in a little more detail is the Ops. The Ops, they broke their losing streak.
Villa, man. Villa. You know what it is? I hate when when you hate watch it, and then like it's one thing with Liverpool is great. Liverpool were very good, to be fair. Like, they were good. Then they probably would have won anyway. But the way they got that first goal, I said Villa, man. I said Martinez, like Debo, as what's going on was calling him. No, it was Fabrizio. Fabrizio was calling him for Dibu. He was calling him for out the window. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, Dibu. I don't know what he was doing with that pass out straight to Salah. Just let Salah slide in.
It was so bad.
Like, man, I was like, yeah, man, this is not what we need. When we need you to come and put the pressure on them, and you just give them the goal like that, man. So as you're saying, man, I was disappointed from Villa.
Yeah, man, it was just so bad as well. And it's like, bruv, you need to listen to listen to what Slot has been talking about as regards to these long balls and directness and etc. or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
and these men are trying, bro, playing into their hands.
Yeah, you know what it is, I think we'll get onto it too when we speak about the City game, and it's kind of what I was alluding to when I was speaking about Amram Aswad too, man. Like, not as much him, but I think when I'm especially talking about like Villa and Bournemouth, is I hear your way and how you play football, but like also like use your also adapt your way to the occasion as well, and not just play your way because it's your way. And I feel like again against Liverpool at Anfield, I hear you want to play at the back, and that's what you've been doing. That's how you got your wins in a row. But please, brother, let's do some long balls in this game. Let's send the ball up to Watkins. Let's try to hit Liverpool where it hurts, and don't try outplay Liverpool playing your way, or Bournemouth trying to outplay City playing your way. It's like let's play your way, but let's adapt your way to the occasion as well. These managers, and don't just go to matches just like I'm gonna play this football, and this is my football. So I don't care who I'm playing or what the occasion is. So that's just a general kind of like pet peeve that I had looking at both games this weekend. Well, I was just like, I feel like both games are just managers just being super naive. Like it's like just managers being super naive. And I feel like that was Emery being super naive, and I think it was Iriola as well. When we get to City game, also just being super naive in just like just over committing to the way you're trying to play and just not respecting the opposition that you're playing against. Like, but I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
Yeah, I think Villa, they definitely should have probably tried to prey on Liverpool's weaknesses a little bit more. But even that to the side, just even that specific error is like, Martinez just has to hold so much blame to that, because that isn't even like, there's some of them where it's like the press is so good where it's just like the mistake is just forced. Like, do you get me? Like, man are just panicking. Martinez just passed it to Salah for a tap-in, bro.
Like, man. It was so bad.
Yeah, man. So that was jarring. But yeah, I think it was a really big win for Liverpool. I think they were definitely better. And like they've got some big fixtures coming up as well. Obviously, Real Madrid tomorrow, and then they've got Etihad City away on Sunday. So yeah, man, like those are absolutely massive. So
that is going to be a game.
They needed that win. Yeah, they needed that win. And yeah, man, like we'll pivot straight away, bro, because you mentioned it. City, bro, like we'll talk about the Bournemouth side of things as regards to like this highlight that they want to play against Haaland. Glad you get me. But yeah, man, Erling, bro.
Yeah, you know what it is? I'll give you to be like I remember you said it a few weeks ago, and it's just so accurate. It was so accurate when you said it. Like, when it comes to this transition football, we're not even seeing at Haaland that he's best.
I told bro,
like, when this is like breaking away on a back line, man, Haaland he's definitely one of, if not the best in the world of that man. Like,
bro, he is like, if you watched him, that's why I even rated him so much, because I think he came to City and he was even able to score so many goals, like not from that, just being like a box striker. But I was just like, bro, I said it, I was like, bro, that's not even Haaland that he's most Haaland that he's most devastating is when he's got space to run, bro. Like he's not a flat chat bully. He's just a bully, sorry.
He's
a bully. Anyone. It could be anyone.
Yeah, man.
He's a bully, bro.
Even the last of the season.
Yeah, like
about good defense. Yeah.
He's a bully. Yeah. It's so funny because it's like you could just a random thought, but it's like, you could be saying something and you might use the wrong phrase and it changes the whole definition of what it is that you were saying. Because when I said flat chat bully, like that's the complete opposite to what I was trying to say. But he's just a bully. He's a bully. Like when Haaland has space to run into, bro, he's devastating. Like he's devastating. And I think especially like City, I think they've been able to realize that more. Like, do you get me? And it's like, sometimes, bro, just play it early into him, like let him go. And then of course Bournemouth, they helped with like how they were approaching the game, man. But like he's devastating. Like, and I think he has been like, it's crazy because obviously he had the amazing season in the treble year. Next season, they win the league again, and he gets 27 goals. Last season, I think, was his down season with 22 goals. And yeah, man, like he's absolutely smoking everything that he sees this season. So yeah, man, Haaland is sensational. I think Shirky as well, like obviously he got the 2 assists, and that's what he's there for. Like, do you get me? Like, I know some people will criticize his off the ball movement, and
do you see
like,
Pep's comments? Pep's comments was so funny.
No, I didn't see them. What did he say?
I think I said it. Let's see if I can get up, because I feel like he said Pep Guardiola on Turkey. He's a special player. All the managers want to make a chess game. You have to do this, you have to do that. But he's a free soul. He's a special player, and he's so young. Hopefully, he can be open and coachable to learn what the team needs from him, with and without the ball, and all the actions that we need. He gives you something up front that is unique, and it's just so true that it's like, he's a free spirit. But I can tell in that comment, Pep is saying like, yeah, bro, like you need to also be coachable to like off the ball too. You need to improve the side of your game also. But yeah, just to add to your say, I saw that it just made me laugh a bit. But,
you know what it is? I think a lot of like how like the relationship between him and Pep is gonna go. I think a lot of the time it just depends on like how much quality is he bringing. Because I think if the quality is just mad, you've just firmed some things. Like, do you get me? Like, there's certain things you make certain concessions, like here and there. Like, do you get me? I think it's one of them ones. But yeah, talent wise, bro, I said it obviously like at the start of the season before when City signed him. Like, talent wise, bro, he is that. Bro, he's different. Like, do you get me? So it would be interesting to see, obviously, how he adapts to the Premier League. And but someone like a Haaland, like, yeah, man, because he's just got creativity oozing. So someone like a Haaland will benefit from him a lot.
100%, man. 100%, man. And again, man, like we said, this is why City, as long as Haaland is fit, they're in this title race, man, because he looks like he's just ready to just pull them up by himself.
They just need, like I said, bro, they need a Shirky, a Foden. They just they need someone else to help step up attacking wise, and they need Rodri to just be some sort of, like I said, 70% version of himself. Like, I think if those things can all happen, then yeah, they can be in it. Like, yeah, but yeah, man, Haaland, he's crazy. He's crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, bro, do you want to talk a little bit more about Bournemouth's approach?
Yeah, man, it was just, I think it was just so silly, man. That first goal for Haaland to be in off the back of one header. Like one header in behind, and you guys on the I can't remember who was it? Was it I can't remember who, I don't know if it was Senesi. I don't know who the centre back was that even stepped up. And I was like, bro, like once you see the picture, you see Silva about to head in this ball and Haaland is right there. You need to start retreating, man. Like, just the fact that they thought it was a good idea to try and press him on the halfway line, I said, this is so silly. Like, and that again, like similar to the Villa game, I was just watching it, just being like, City too have also shown us the way Villa beat them is that that's time. Be defensively solid. You have the transition threat. You can also get your chances, but don't try to keep City in their own half at home. Like, what are you doing, man? I just think it was just so naive to be so aggressive. Like, the press was a super high press against City with the quality that they have. I said, nah, man, this was a silly approach, man. Very, very silly approach. Yeah, nah. I was disappointed because I think on paper it was definitely a game that I felt like this should be a hard game for City, but just I think Bournemouth just played into City's hands and they made it easy for them because City have too much quality for you to try high press them into their own box. Like maybe try to do that against teams that can't play ball. That sounds like if you pressure them, they lose it. But not players that can one touch pass it around you and then break away through on your goal. So yeah, man, I think it was just a very naive approach from Areola, and I was disappointed from a hate watch perspective to when you expect a good game and you then see you just comfortably just ran away with it in the end. But yeah, man, I think that's all I had to really say. I don't know what your thoughts on it were, but it was disappointing.
When he says here, have to give grace because they probably don't know how to play any other way, and why should they?
Yeah, man. I think that's a flaw as a manager, man. I feel like we've gone into this. There's always this thing of like be adaptable, But also at the same time, man, you cannot just have one way of playing football in every game. Again, for Bournemouth, maybe it's fine, but these are the things that I would look at when Areola is then being linked to bigger clubs. Is that you can't go to a bigger club and just play one way every single game. So again, I think it's just more about a thing where it's like, if you want to then go up, then I think this is something that we have to look at. If you want to stay at Bournemouth, then it's completely fine. So I think that's kind of my take on that. Like, so yeah, that's my take.
First. Yep. Yeah, I think just even separately though, Bournemouth are still having a brilliant season.
Oh yeah, no, that they are. So, they are. Don't you're right. We can't lose sight of that. That full Bournemouth is definitely amazing. It's just this game I have to just show my frustration that I wasn't happy with the approach.
This is the hate watching covered out,
man. Because I just felt like I thought they had something for me, man.
I want to be clear of everyone,
bro. Listen, man. No,
I want to be clear of everyone, and even on that. Even on that very quickly, so we're 10 games in. Who would you say are your main competition to the title? Would you say City over Liverpool?
Yeah, I would just I would still say City over Liverpool. I feel like with Liverpool are concerning because they still have the tools there, man. Like I think that's what they still have the tools there. It's just more about what's it called? The which teams have the kind of the tools to hurt them. I'll still say City, especially the fact that Rodri's back now. Obviously, it might take him a bit to tune up, but I think, like you say, if Rodri can come back, be decent, Haaland can stay fit this season, then I feel like City will do the job, man. Like they will consistently stay in there. Well, I think Liverpool will probably still be a bit shaky, even though they stopped the rot a little bit. So for me, it's still Liverpool for sure. And then I guess just to kind of see when you come in, it's a trade-off because if you're adaptable, then you almost have to accept that you won't be perfect at one way of playing or expert, I should say. And I think that's definitely a way of looking at it as well. But again, my thing is not even that you should change the way you're playing. I just feel like you should just be able to tweak it for different games as well. Whereas no one is telling Bournemouth not to press, but you don't have to press C like that aggressively and leave players on the halfway line, which then means that if Haaland breaks away, he's onside regardless of what happens. I just feel like that's just naive, regardless of. I think
most managers. I think it's good to have a philosophy and stick to your philosophy. I think it's like you mentioned that you do need to make tweaks, like sometimes depending on your opposition. It's less crucial at a side like Bournemouth. Like, do you get me? Like, I think I haven't spoken to any Bournemouth fans, but I think a lot of Bournemouth fans, they'll just accept the rough with the smooth. Like, do you get me? Because it's like, like they're doing well, like they're doing brilliantly. Like they're not eyeing a Premier League title. Like, do you get me? Like, so I think in those circumstances is one of them ones where like there'll be a bigger magnifying glass on certain decisions you make in certain games, because that could be the difference between you winning the league or not. Also, I think it depends on what you have at your disposal and how much of a master like you can be at wherever it is that you're doing. Like, do you get me? So if you look at Pep, for example, if you look at like, let's take his Barca team, it's one of them ones where it's just like, because you've got arguably the best midfield ever, like, and because you've got the best player ever, and you've got such an abundance of talent, like, and this kind of philosophy came from Johan Cruyff and has been has been like pushed into the club as a whole from the academy, like right up until the first team, and you've taken it and then you've made it into this. It's one of them ones where it's like Barca fans, when they did come up against like a Mourinho 2010, the Inter Milan team, and they got knocked out in the semi-finals, or when teams did come and just park the bus, or maybe they were able to hit them on the transition, they're just going to say, like, do you get me? Because it's like the majority of the time, we are going to find a way to win and no one can chat to us. So if every now and again this happens, then it's just whatever. But we're such masters of our craft where we'll firm it. Like, do you get me? And when you don't have that, then it can be a little bit more difficult. But I think a lot of it depends on talent level and like what it is that you have at your disposal. Like even talking about Barca, you're talking about the high line, bro. Like I watched the majority of Barca's game. Hansi Flick, that's something that he just doesn't change, bro. Like he's just not change. This is how he plays. We are going to play on the halfway line. We are going to keep possession. We are going to push up. We're going to press. This is what we're doing. If we get caught out, we get caught out. Like, do you get me? But this is what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what he's done. He won the league last season. He won the Spanish Cup and the Super Cup as well. In the Champions League, Inter Milan knocked them out. Some will say that, you know what, if he maybe was a little bit less risky, they would have went through to the Champions League final because Inter Milan were able to take advantage. But other people will say, well, he won all the domestic trophies and he was also like minutes away of getting through to the Champions League final playing the way he plays anyway. So, but what he has is at his disposal is a Yamal, is a Pedri. Like, do you get me? So it's one of them ones. So when you've got a certain level of talent at your disposal, I think it's easier to kind of be more like stubborn with your philosophy. But then I think it is a little bit more difficult when you don't necessarily have that. And then it's interesting because going to what Wendy's saying, I guess maybe certain managers, maybe if they have aspirations of maybe doing that at a top level team, how they see it is that when they're at smaller teams, they've just kind of got to just take the rough with the smooth in that regard, just so they can kind of build themselves up. But I think also, to your point again, the managers that are going to be able to like do that and just be that kind of vigilant and have that lack of flexibility. I think we're talking about and be successful. I think we're talking about one special managers and we're talking about a very like low percentage. Like, do you get me? So I think the vast majority of managers, you're gonna have to just adapt and tweak it. The vast majority. So it's like, yeah, that's what I'll say on that.
No, I hear it. And again, I think I won't even go to, but like even similarly, while you're talking this, I think this is why even with Ange, sometimes even before it all kind of crumbled, it was just like when this is your style and you're being so stubborn and and I also feel like that, like you kind of say with like the Barca teams, you also need like one of the better teams and better squads in the league to then also double down on that style. If you don't have that, then it's like your squad has to also match how you're trying to play. And with Bournemouth, fair enough, I feel like at least their style is more from like a physical perspective than like a technical level. So I think it's a bit different from that perspective. But yeah,
I saw an interview from Semenyo and like he was talking about like what Iriola demands of him, and he says run. He says run. He says he wants us to run ourselves into the ground. Like, yeah, bro, like that's a non-negotiable. He's just like, bro, we run. Like, do you get me? Like, you can't not. Like, do you get me? So I think that intensity is just very key to his philosophy, how he wants his team to play, etc. So yeah, but yeah, no, this was interesting discussion. But yeah, bro, let's get on to predictions and let's look at an update as regards to what's currently going on. So that's currently where we're at. I think the differentiating result this week, I think I went for a Palace win against Brentford. I think I went for a 2-1. It was 2-0. I think he went for a draw in that one. We both went for Arsenal 2-0 wins. I went for a 2-1 United. No, I went for a 2-0 United win. You went for a 2-1 United win. It finished 2-2. You went 2-2 Chelsea Spurs. I went 1. Did I go 1-0 Spurs? I think it was. No, I went 2-1 Spurs Chelsea. Yeah, both wrong. We both went 2-1 Liverpool Villa. Finished 2-0. And I went 2-1 Bournemouth. You went 3-2. I went 2-1 City Bournemouth. You went 3-2 City Bournemouth. It was 3-1. Yeah. And the one we both got wrong this weekend was Newcastle. We both went for 2-1. Newcastle went against West Ham.
That was a big one.
West Ham, yeah, like I didn't see that coming. I didn't. So yeah, that's a really big result for them. So credit to them, man. But yeah, man, let's do next week's predictions, man. So
get into it.
I think let's start off with Spurs United. And I will, unless you want to go first, you can go first.
No, you can go first.
All right, cool. I will go. Eesh, man.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna go 2-1 United.
2-1 United. I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, man. Surely Spurs have to bounce back, man, after that performance.
Man, United fairs. And then let's go to the biggest game of the weekend. Liverpool City. Or City Liverpool, rather, should I say. City are at home.
Oh, that's tough, man. City Liverpool. I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
2-1 City. I think I'm gonna match you on that as well.
Yeah. 2-1 City. That's gonna be another game that's gonna be so interesting to see how City approach that against Liverpool. Because I remember when they did it to us when we came and they just bypassed our press and they were just sending it long to Haaland and they did us that game. I wonder if they're going to try to do something similar to Liverpool, because if they try also play out through the back, Liverpool's press is lethal, which is why a lot of teams don't try to play through them. So it's going to be interesting to see how Pep approaches that game, like whether he goes for doubling down on how they've been playing this season, or he tries to change up a bit for Liverpool. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's what. Out of curiosity, what result do you want from that? A draw?
Yeah, I definitely want a draw. A draw or City win.
Oh, you rather have a City win than a Liverpool win?
Wait, let me see. Actually, let me update myself on the table. Yeah, it's only 1 point.
City
yeah,
second.
you know it is. Yeah, you know what it is. I think I would, because I feel like Liverpool, the momentum swinging back to Liverpool would be less ideal. So I feel like a draw or City. Like I've kind of accepted that. Yeah, but I think I don't want to. I think that would completely bring Liverpool back into like, okay, Liverpool gonna go on a run now. If they go to 8 head of City. So yeah, I think for what it means in the bigger picture.
Cool. Yeah. Sunderland, Arsenal up next.
Sunderland, Arsenal. What's even the score?
You know where
right
it
now?
is, yeah. It's 1-1 currently.
1-1 currently. Okay.
Yeah, Xhaka scored to equalize.
My boy.
Oh, yeah, what are you gonna say? It's difficult, because I actually think Sunderland 5:30 on Saturday. Like, I feel like they've got the capabilities of getting a goal ordinarily, but you guys have just like, I feel like I remember when United we went on that streak of not conceding with Van der Sar, Vidic, Ferdinand, and it just becomes this thing where it's like you defend it with so much pride where I am going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
That's a good shout. But yeah, nah. I think I don't think I have as much confidence. I feel like eventually this clean sheet thing is gonna have to go. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
I was thinking that, man. I was really thinking that. Yeah, because ordinarily I think Sunderland score against you like at the stadium of like that place will be rocking. They're playing well. Like, yeah, but it's just you lot. It's just I see, bruv. These men are celebrating too much when they keep a clean sheet, bruv.
Bro, I told you my heart skipped a beat when they hit the post of that.
Yeah, man.
I felt who.
So yeah. Next up, we've got let me get this right, man. I've got to call it correct. It is the M23 derby.
Okay, yeah.
The M23 derby. We got Palace and Brighton facing each other. And I know, like them two.
Yeah, that's what Arsenal fans were singing at the Emirates when we beat them.
Yeah, against Brighton. Yeah,
against Brighton. This is shit, Palace. I don't want to say it. This is shit, Crystal Palace. Something like that. I was like, why do we hit Brighton? I wasn't in tune with the law. Oh my
yeah, man. Them two are big rivals. I am gonna go. I think I've got to call a draw on that one, you know. I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Palace. Ooh, actually, what's this? I'm clicking on that match. What's this illness that you have, Adam Wharton? How long is this illness? Will you be well? That's what I need to know. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Palace.
Cool.
Yep.
Palace 2-1. Brighton. Have I said my prediction for this one?
Yeah, I think you said a draw.
Draw. Yeah, 1-1. Yeah. Cool. I wasn't sure if I just wrote it down without saying it. Chelsea Wolves.
Oh, new manager bounce. Even have they hired someone?
They've not, but they've said they're in heavy talks with Gary O'Neill.
Oh man,
to make a return. Yeah.
Oh, fairs.
Nope. 11 minutes ago, I'm just seeing Gary O'Neill has pulled out of the running to become Wolves manager after coming close to a shot return to the club. So yeah, just brush that. I don't know who now.
Nah. You need to get Marina out of Benfica. What's it called? I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea. 2-0 Chelsea is what I'm gonna go.
I am gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go same.
That being said, though, they played that 4-3 thriller in the Carabao Cup.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Next up, Villa Bournemouth.
Villa versus
Bournemouth.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Tough, and I think Villa they're playing in Europe. Yeah, it's Europa League, so they got a Europa League match on Thursday, but they are at home. I am going to go 2-1 Villa.
Cool. I'm gonna go 2-2.
I hear it.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
Yeah. I do hear it. Brentford at home to Newcastle.
Brentford at home to Newcastle. Newcastle have not had a great start to the season.
Yeah, in the Champions League they've been doing their thing, but yeah, in the Prem,
yeah, they're very stubborn start. Yeah. Versus Bournemouth. And yeah, and like you said, they have a Champs game this week as well. I'm trying to think. I think I might go. I don't know, man. I've gone for some risky. I don't want to do here, man. This is a tough one. Brentford, what do you have for me? I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1. Well, that's crazy. I'm just looking at the results. So I didn't even know that Brentford smacked your nemesis 5-0.
Yeah, man. Shout
That's
out the
crazy.
mighty Grimsby. The mighty Grimsby.
That's crazy. I didn't know that Cup was over. Damn.
Shout out the mighty Grimsby. Brentford are a tough place to go to, man. I've got to give them credit. I hear the draw shout. Newcastle at home in the Champions League.
I believe so.
Yeah, they are 8:00. I'll go with Newcastle.
Cool.
I'll say 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle. I hear that.
And final one, Everton Fulham.
Everton versus Fulham. Everton at home.
Yeah, Everton at home.
Oh man, these games, man. You picked the craziest, the hardest games to predict this week, man.
I think there's just a lot of like tough fixtures this week. To be fair,
I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton.
I'm matching you on that. I'm matching you on that. So, just to recap, we have me going for a 2-1 win against Spurs. United, you've gone for 1-1 between Spurs and United. We've both gone for 2-1 City wins against Liverpool. I've gone for a 2-0 win against Sunderland. You've gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win against Sunderland. I've gone for Palace 1-1 against Brighton. You've gone for Palace 2-1 against Brighton. We've both gone for Chelsea 2-0 wins against Wolves. I've gone for a 2-1 Villa win against Bournemouth. You've gone for a 2-2 draw. I have gone for a 2-1 Newcastle win against Brentford. You've gone for a 1-1 draw. And we've both gone for Everton 2-1 wins against Fulham. So, yeah, man. Obviously, as you can see, there's a 5-point gap. So, yeah, man. Long season to go. But let's see how it ends. And we will talk about my shirt that you owed me.
Oh man,
Don't worry,
I was hoping you weren't going to say nothing, man. We need to even discuss before even what the thing for this season is.
Yeah, we'll discuss that after we've sorted out the one for last season.
Oh, mate. Come on, Major.
When debts have been paid. When debts have been paid, then we will discuss. But yeah, man, as always, thank you to anyone who's tuned in, anyone who's going to tune in, whether you've watched 30 seconds, a minute, half an hour, or the whole stream. We appreciate all of the support. And yeah, man, like me and Ace have been speaking, we are organizing some stuff. Like hopefully, like within the next few months, we will have some guests appearing. So yeah, man, also just reach out, let us know if you do want to make an appearance. And yeah, man, we would love to try and accommodate that. But yeah, Ace, man, any final words?
Nah, man. Echo your words, man. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you on the next one.
Yeah, man. Stay blessed, people.